What up guys, it is Justice here. Welcome to the third video of the bank preset and loadout guide. This video is based on range DPSing, and as you can see I'm wearing full Serenic with the dual ascension crossbows. Now this is largely focused on when you're Viragoing. Virago is, as you know guys, if you're my subscribers and you watch my videos frequently, Virago is my favourite boss in the game. It's a team based boss fight. Social PVM is at the core strategy of that boss, and at the end of the day it's just so much fun. So range DPSing is an option for a lot of players, or can be an option for players when DPSing at Virago, and most of the time, if you're a range DPSer, you'll know this very well. If you're in a team where it's full of seismics as well as ascension crossbows, you most of the time will have to do Voke 5 and will have to heal the team. And it's called range DPS healing. And as you can see, I've got it on my preset as ranged dual wield. Now, range DPSing has recently become less significant now at Virago due to the recent nerf in ability queuing. If you'd practiced with range DPS with dual ascension crossbows like I've been doing for the past sort of 2 or 3 weeks, I was using ability queuing with dual ascensions at Virago. In phase 2 I was getting above 22k XP. I was getting that whilst there was also seismic DPSs within the team, and that was due to ability queuing with death swiftness and having a specific ability rotation. And I can go through that in another video if you wish to see that rotation. In this one it's just going to focus on the armor and one weapons equipment. However, due to the ability queuing nerf, range DPSing is now less significant at Virago, and therefore you will be doing a lot of healing now as well, taking the Vokes and taking other responsibilities whilst you're in a Virago team to be as efficient as possible. Now this setup can be used at loads of different bosses on the game, numerous different bosses. At the end of the day, this is the maxing out gear in terms of range DPSing, except for the gloves and boots, which are not DPS power armor, instead they are tanking armor. However, I like to wear those just in case, you know, you die on the odd chance and you don't want everything basically having to be repaired. Also, it's not that significant in terms of the gloves and boots in terms of DPSing anyway. Now this setup, like I said, you can use at different bosses, Cowfight King, even Nex. Ascension crossbows are very good at Nex. I've been Nexing recently for a first and never usually Nex at all, and Ascension crossbows are actually quite useful there. Alright guys, so I'm going to stop my ramblings now, and I'm sure you guys just want to hear what armor I'm wearing and why. So firstly, you can see I'm wearing my Serenic mask, top and bottom. As you can see, the life bonus is 960, armor rating 435 for the mask, 1920 life bonus and 500 armor for the body, and 479 armor for the legs. Now Serenic armor is level 90 tier power armor, and it's absolutely fantastic if you want to go DPSing with range. As you can see, I'm wearing the brand new Tokher Cal cape from the fight kiln, where you have to deal the most damage in range to actually obtain that cape at the end. Now obviously you can see I'm using ascension bolts as well. I'm using my dual ascension crossbows, all tier 90 weaponry, has 2458 accuracy, and obviously the ammo type is bolts. I've got tracking gloves again, like I said, that's tank armor gloves. I've got my ring of vigor, gives you 10% bonus to adrenaline after using ultimate. Got my rage fires and scrimshaw of cruelty, and the best aura you can use when range DPSing, supreme sharp shooter. The scrimshaw of cruelty, interesting trivia fact here, used to have a poison and bleeding effect, but now it just has increased range damage effect. Now over in my inventory I've got the Elysian Spirit Shield. Again, that's the range version of the Spirit Shield. You can get Elysian, you can get Arcane or Divine. I've got Super Restore Potion Flasks. I've got 2 Adrenaline Potion Flasks. It's always important to get 2 if you want to go on a couple of kill trip, a 2 kill trip. I've got Phoenix Necklaces for when starting the kill at Virago. Due to the initial hit, when you get below 2k life points, it will boost your life points back up to around 4k. I've also got a portion of item protection because I've got over 3 degradable items, 1 or either in my inventory, and therefore I can actually protect up to 5 items now whilst also praying protect item. I've got my blood rune, astral rune and law runes, and the reason why I've got those is because it allows you to cast the spell heal other or group heal amongst your teammates, and that comes in extremely handy when either using barricade or crack healing in between phases. And of course I have my 2 overload flasks and 2 renewal flasks. Again, you don't need 2 really, that will actually last you up to around 3 kills, 3 to 4 kills, if you don't overload in every single phase. And of course I've got my spare yak pouch. Before actually loading out your preset, I do highly recommend to fill up a yak beforehand and then whack out your preset, so then you've got your worn equipment and inventory all ready, and you've already got a yak filled up as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is the loadout, and as you can see I've got quite a nice prayer bonus there as well, because the Dragon Rider amulet gives you plus 10 prayer bonus, and you might think that's quite minuscule. However, when you're actually PVMing for a lengthy period of time, it does come in useful when you are PVMing. Also, if you do need to switch to your Elysium, which does drain your prayer, the Dragon Rider amulet does come in quite handy there. Alright guys, so I think I've pretty much covered off all of the different worn equipments and the backpack in terms of range DPSing. It doesn't have to be at Virago, like I said, it can be at Next and things like that. However, this video was focused on Virago because range DPS is definitely a role which you can carry out there with dual Ascension crossbows. What I do highly recommend as well is anybody who is struggling to get into those high level PVM teams, Ascension crossbows is a fantastic start, and usually it's the minimum requirement for a lot of high level PVM teams. So there's a tip for you. Definitely work your way up to be able to afford those. Good luck with your PVM trips. Like I said, I hope you get that size with 1 drop if you go on Virago, either of the boss, whatever boss you're going to. Good luck in your PVM trips. I hope you enjoyed this and got a lot out of it, and I'll see you in my next video.